Coming up right now, live at 5:30, as 19-year-old Kayla Kelly continues to fight back and heal after undergoing a heart transplant back in February. Family, friends, and perfect strangers rolled up their sleeves to give the gift of life in her honor.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hey everyone, thanks for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, folks were rolling up their sleeves today and giving blood. It took a little bit of bravery from some, but it was all for one local teen. And her bravery is enough to inspire many. Of course, I'm talking about 19-year-old Kayla Kelly. News 13 stopping by the Keystone Volunteer Fire Company in McAdoo, where the American Red Cross hosted a blood drive Tuesday in honor of Kayla. There, we met another Kayla Snyder, who was trying not to let her nerves get to her before she gave blood for the very first time.
And I feel so bad, and whatever I could do, I would love to help. So, I mean, just how my mom raised me, my grandmother raised me to just help people. And if I was in this position, I would want somebody to help me like this.
Blood drives are very important because we need blood every 2 seconds. Somebody needs blood in the community. So we want to make sure that we have an adequate blood supply on hand for people in need. And when we have a special blood drive like this, it's always a great reminder to let people know how important blood donations are, and it actually shows them where their blood kind of goes. You know, it helps to put a face with a patient.
Years ago, I had a son who was in a car accident who also needed to have blood replaced. He at the time needed many, many pints of blood. So as I said, I know from experience and can only just say to others that you just never know when one of your own family members may be in need. And it's really and truly, it's not a hard thing to do.
News 13 has been following Kayla's inspiring story for some time now. She received a new heart in February and has since experienced some complications with that new heart. Right now, Kayla is in the hospital and frequently receives blood transfusions herself. This blood drive, like so many others, allows everyday people to give the most important gift of life. Gift of all, the gift of life. I'll get it out there. I get a little emotional talking about Kayla, so we just want to send our best wishes to Kayla and to her family, and we sure hope that she is doing well and getting stronger each day. And of course, we know she will keep fighting like she always does. U.S. presidential candidate Rick Santorum announced just a few hours ago that he is suspending his campaign, but vowed to continue to support the Republican bid for the presidency. Santorum said his daughter, Bella's rare illness, which she was hospitalized for, was part of the decision to suspend his campaign. He said the family is looking forward to spending a lot more time with Bella in the future. Santorum, a former U.S. Senator from the Keystone State, would have faced a tough primary contest in his home state with the frontrunner for the Republican nomination, Mitt Romney, later this month. Santorum told his supporters he plans to continue fighting to ensure that the United States is, quote, a beacon of freedom around the world. Now to the city of Hazleton we go, where at least 2 people were taken away from a Pine Street home in cuffs after city police raided the place. Officers in SWAT gear surrounded 209-211 Pine Street this morning. The cops busted in and took 2 people away in cuffs, 1 male and 1 female. We know drugs were found inside that Pine Street home. We talked to a neighbor who watched it all happen and was shaken up.
I saw 2 cops, one outside of the one car over here and one on the porch, and they had the guns out, and my daughter got scared, so I had to move from the window. And then they went in and they brought a guy out in custody, and about 5 minutes later they brought another girl out into custody. They both went in 2 different cop cars and they took them, and then the SWAT team came like 3 times, and they're all sitting on the porch. And the SWAT team went in the back of the house in case somebody else, was in the house that ran out in the back. And then that's all I saw. But, I mean, it was, I could count. There was 8 cops out here in front of my house this morning.
News 13 also found police in the borough of West Hazelton shortly after the Pine Street incident. We were there as one man was led out of a home on Winters Avenue and into a waiting police cruiser. Hazelton police told us late this afternoon that 3 people total are in custody and will be arraigned in just a little while. Drugs were found in both locations. We'll have more on the bus and arrests on SSPTV.com later tonight and, of course, tomorrow on News 13 live at 5. More details are emerging tonight after 83 bullets were discovered last week inside a garbage can at the Hazelton Area 9th Grade Center. News 13 met with Superintendent of the Hazelton Area School District, Dr. Francis Antonelli, Assistant to the Superintendent, Don Basic, and Trooper Chris Basic from the State Police Tuesday morning. News 13 has learned that the .22 caliber bullets, which look a lot like these, were brought to school by a 16-year-old boy and given to another 16-year-old boy inside the bathroom. It was there that the bullets were to be temporarily hidden in the garbage can. Officials said the same boy who received the bullets had a .22 caliber stolen gun, like this one, waiting for him at home, which police tell us was to be used for target practice. The .22 caliber revolver was one of several guns recently stolen from a Klein Township home. Trooper Basic tells us it was a 14-year-old boy who not only was involved in the Klein burglary, but was the seller of the gun. And even though the 16-year-old boy voluntarily handed that gun over to police from his home in Rock Glen, one of the charges the 14-year-old boy faces is possession of a weapon on school property.
The possession of a weapon on school property charge stems from information that's been made available that the 14-year-old carried the gun in a backpack on the parking lot of the Career Center. He never made it in the building. The sale and transfer, if you want to call it that, took place in what we refer to as the Smoker's Corner, 22nd Lincoln Street. And there's information available that he was in the parking lot at some point with that gun in his backpack bag.
As it turned out, within 2.5 days, all the responsible individuals were apprehended and, in fact, are in custody.
An investigation was launched. Ultimately, 3 male juveniles, one from McAdoo, age 14 years old, one from Rock Glen, age 16 years old, and one from Sugarloaf, age 16 years old, were identified as being the parties responsible for these crimes.
There was never danger to students in the building on that day. As Dr. Antonelli again said, we were in process of an investigation. The investigation proved to be fruitful, and a safe situation was had by all.
School administrators stress that the gun was not inside any of the school buildings on campus. Again, that weapon was one of many recently stolen from a Klein Township home. Dr. Antonelli also stressed that after the bullets were found on Tuesday at the dismissal of school, the building was searched for hours that evening and again throughout the school day Wednesday. The investigation could not have been conducted had students not been inside the buildings, and therefore students were kept in school on a restrictive movement. Dr. Antonelli said the school is now looking to possibly add metal detectors to use on a daily basis. All 3 juveniles involved in this incident are not back in school and are said to be in custody. Coming up on News 13, attention young artists, a chance for you to show off your talent in the city of Hazelton. Coming up this weekend, some very special guests will join us live in the studio to tell you all about it. We'll talk with members from the Hazelton Art League. Plus, what does Mother Nature have in store for us over the next few days? We'll head outside for the answer. Hopefully it looks like that. Stay with us. Okay, welcome back everyone. I'm pleased to be joined by Carl Frankel from the Hazelton Art League, here to talk about something called Art Youth Expo 2. It happened last year for the first time. This year will be year number 2. It's a celebration of creative young people. So Carl, welcome to News 13.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. We are glad to have you here. This is happening Friday and Saturday. Tell me a little bit about this event and how you're able to feature local youngsters who have so much creativity to show.
Well, we've tried to find creative people any way we can. One very successful is through the schools. So we put advertising out, and we talk to people that we know, teachers in the schools, and not just Hazleton High School, but Crestwood and MMI, the Career Center particularly.
Right.
They saw opportunities for their kids. Other people spread things through word of mouth. People picked us up through our Facebook page. And we're trying to grow every year. We're trying to make this a creative youth festival. It's not just kids. You know, I say kids because of my age, but it's anybody between 13 and 30. It's creative young people. And that's creative in all kinds of ways. We're featuring art and music mainly.
Okay.
But we're going to have a wonderful, for instance, a fantasy art runway show from the cosmetology class at the Career Center. We have a poetry reading. And in the future, we would like to have all kinds of things, carpentry, car detailing, anything that is creative and done by young people we'd like to feature, give them a chance to showcase their work, show off for each other, have a good time. And everything is free or almost free and family friendly. This is not a big budget. This is supposed to be homegrown, fun, do it yourself.
Right. Now, are their entries judged, or are they awarded for anything?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Okay.
We accept, that's another thing, we accept every piece of art that's given to us. So
Okay.
you enter, you will be on display someplace. But we do have judges that picked what they felt were the best pieces. They will be on display at the Art League. The rest will be at our other venues downtown, the Dragonfly, in the window of the former bingo parlor, Felon's Jewelers. But the ones at the Art League were the ones that are eligible for cash awards, and those will be announced at the close of Art Youth Expo Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so it does kick off Friday night from 6 to 9 with an art walk and opening reception, and then
Right.
all day on Saturday from 10 to 6, which is, again, the art walk and the awards.
Right.
So basically what it is people can come down to those areas and they can check out this art for themselves and
Right.
see, just how creative and talented, people we have here in Hazleton.
That's right. If you read the paper, if you talk to people, they're always saying what this community needs is something for young people to do. And then they complain about the roads, of course. So this is something for young people to do, not only to participate, but to come down and see what other kids are doing.
Right, right.
That's part of why we're doing this.
Right.
And I neglected to mention Lackawanna College, who are a major partner of us too. That's another place. We're in a 3-block area, so if you're reasonably mobile, you can walk around and take in everything. We've tried to keep it kind of tightly packed downtown.
Okay.
And we're really grateful for the cooperation of all these downtown merchants and organizations, Lackawanna, Dragonfly, the ones I mentioned before. The Senior Center
Right.
are a venue for us this year. So.
Good. So they're all pretty much primarily on Broad Street between like Poplar and...
Right.
Okay.
The Art League is at one end near Poplar,
Okay.
and then we go up just past Laurel.
Okay.
Just to Laurel, actually.
All right, very good. So it is Friday night, 6 to 9, and then all day Saturday, 10 to 6.
Correct.
In that general area, you can check out all the artwork for yourself, and good luck.
And
to-
music.
Oh,
Let's
and
not
music, I forgot
yes,
about
there
music.
are musical performances. The
Yeah.
Demelfi School of Music is
Oh, great.
spearheading that, but all kinds of performers. Yeah.
Very good, very good. So that's happening this weekend. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend, I hear, weather-wise. So it's perfect for this. So good luck to all of the artists who are involved, and thank you to you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. Come back for Art Youth Expo 3.
There will be Art Youth Expo 3 and 33, we hope.
All right, we'll see you next year then.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carl. Well, sunny to start the day, but some clouds moved in, and it was a bit chilly if you spent any amount of time outdoors. Let's take a look at tonight's creative condition coming to us from Michael Berta from Holy Family Academy. Michael is in 5th grade there. Thanks to him for sharing his artwork with us, and we can only hope for the sun to be shining this bright on our Wednesday. But first, we'll start off with tonight where we see cloudy skies, a chance of some sprinkles. We're going to dip down to the freezing mark, down to 32 degrees. And on to your 4-day outlook. Here we go. Wednesday is not going to be so much of a sunny day. We wish, but we'll get to that later in the week and for the weekend. We see scattered snow showers in the early morning, then a chance of some rain and snow mixing together. The temp only climbs to 44 Wednesday. Wednesday night, slight chance of rain showers. Again, that snow sticking around in the forecast. We could see some flurries flying. 32 will be our low. Thursday, mostly sunny skies. We climb up to 46. 32 will be our low Thursday night. Friday, it's going to be sunny skies, 33. And then on Saturday, look at that, folks, 62 will be our high. And we will only dip down to 45 degrees on your Saturday night. Forecast tonight live at 5:30, brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon Dog and Cat Grooming on North Broad Street, West Hazleton, 45903. is the number to call to make an appointment for your furry friend. Also, it is the perfect time to get your car in tip-top shape for the summer months, so take it to Yevex Detail Plus Auto Center, 11th Street and North Church Street. That's between Laurel and Church Streets, by appointment only. So call and make one at 450-0959 or 956-0251. And coming up on News 13, we'll check in with our Freddie B and find out what's new in the world of sports. And later we'll head over to State Representative Tara Toohill's office, where an invitation was extended to veterans and their loved ones to offer a helping hand. Appointments were taken throughout the day Tuesday from veterans, their spouses, and children to help them get VA benefits, compensation, health care, and more. News 13 stopping by Representative Tara Toohill's office here in Hazleton. Some came in with health problems, others looking for discharge papers. All types of concerns were addressed. A service officer was there to help file the claim for benefits or file the claim for the discharge certificate. In general, help them get through the process with the Veterans Administration.
It's a long, drawn-out process, and it's a bureaucratic system, and you need help to get through it, and that's basically what we do. And then if the veteran is denied the claim, we also represent them at any hearings that they would have to attend and so forth, and file appeals, that sort of thing.
If you missed this opportunity, another one is coming soon. In fact, Representative Tara Toohill invites you to her Hazleton office every second Tuesday of the month between the hours of 10 and 3 to make an appointment. To give the office a call at 453-1344. If you do not have, and you do not have to be a member of the American Legion, just a veteran or a family member of a veteran. That will do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or simply just go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. That's where you're going to find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond, and it's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Good night.